All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at that sibling of the iPhone XS Max, what's likely to be called the iPhone XR, 10C, or the iPhone 9. So this thing is beautiful. But before I get into the details, I'd actually like to show you the unboxing process. It's actually very similar to the iPhone XS Max, or as they called it, the iPhone X Plus packaging. So obviously these guys are releasing these products not knowing what the final one is going to be like. And then of course the future versions are going to be updated, the packaging and the software and whatnot. And at the time of making this box, they obviously didn't know that the artwork would be different with the globe bubble wallpaper. Here it does say the iPhone at 10 Plus, 256 gigabytes. So they're just recycling this packaging from the other version. But the actual finished product surprised me with the build quality. It was actually very, very well done. I like it a lot more than the Plus versions, just because nobody's getting fooled with that dual lens camera. You do have bubble wrap here, so not the most pleasant opening experience, but open it up inside and you have the finished product. So I'm just going to take this terrible screen protector off from the get-go. They say it's a 6.1 inch display. I hesitate to call it that. It's probably a 5.8 from here to here, as the bottom does have a slight chin that you can see in the light here. But this is pretty much your average Android smartphone nowadays. I mean, you have a top notch and a bottom bezel. So for the price, it's actually competing with a lot of Android phones. Not performance-wise, probably. I doubt they've upgraded that in any way. Yeah, the build quality is pretty good. Here you can see that the flash unit did shift just a little bit, so it's off-center. Here it looks good. And the lens is like all blacked in just so it doesn't seem that small, but it's a little tiny pinhole camera there. Kind of funny, but hey, they did have to go with the design of the official one. A symmetrical speaker setup, not like the asymmetrical one that we learned about today on the Plus models. And by the way, the clones do have the symmetrical one, so that's not how it's going to be like on the official one. The space gray and silver, they didn't have any other colors, but this is roughly what these two will look like. They're going to be very, very premium glass on the back, stainless steel borders. Very, very similar to this. And the placement of the SIM card tray, instead of being smack dab in the middle, will be towards the bottom here. So they did kind of place that one wrong. And here is their idea of a dual SIM card tray. This is actual real functionality. So this will work with dual SIM, but Apple's is a little bit more ingenious. It's on a little tiny tray and it's a double-sided, not like this, stacked. But still, I'm surprised they managed to even get that functionality into a phone like this. So this is real glass on the back, real metal, feels very, very premium. And yeah, so just gotta say the build quality is very good. If you weren't to turn this on, if you're just to handle it, it'd be very difficult for you to tell the difference from the real one, aside from this chin right here. Once they can get rid of this, these clones will get so much harder to tell from the real deal. And you know, of course, once they update the packaging. All right, so I did go ahead and power up this one, the space gray one. I already know kind of what it's running. But it seems like from manufacturer to manufacturer, they do have varying OSs, different versions, different skins. And I did like this one, but it is an older one, seems like. So it does run very well, much smoother than the 10 Plus version, which is really rough. I don't know what they did, but like it's not as smooth as this thing, nowhere near it. Going into the app switcher, this one's way more responsive. Look at this one. Look at that delay. This one is prone to freezing and just general not very usable, but this one actually surprised me with how good it is. So I was able to navigate comfortably. It still does have some weird UI like hesitations and bugs like that, or when you jump in an app and then you leave it, that happens. Like that's really unsightly, and I wish they would have fixed that. It doesn't seem like it'd be very hard to do, but I'm guessing the fact that it's running a skin, it makes it run all funky. But let's check out this one. Let's see if this one is any different. And I believe they're the same. So look up here, no SIM card is in the corner. This is this does have a real notch up here, but down here you can really see that they it's a real square display. They just put a skin on top of it, the glass, to make it seem like it's curved. Apple does not do that. They don't waste any display in the corner here, and that's because this is an LCD and the limitations of that. It's going to be what it's like. Very weird software here. I'm pretty sure that shouldn't overlay, and it says it's locked when it's not. Okay, these down here are 3D touch, kind of. So you hold them and they do expand with time. So go into the control center and it has a background on it, not matching the one from here. I did notice that it does have a bunch more wallpapers than Apple's, and these are like the official ones except for these two down here. but it does have the iPad ones as well. Like, they really loaded this up with wallpapers that Apple has been removing from their iPhones. It even has the old iOS 10 wallpaper. Live wallpapers, it does still have these. Let's see if this does work. And they're not live. Are you serious? They're just a static image. What a scam. Wow, you can't even go into dynamic. Thanks, guys. It's just like a fake button in your car, those plastic ones. Nice. It gets worse. You can't slide back. That's terrible. So they've removed that ability. The iPhone XS Max clone has it, but not this one. Oh, it's 10.1.1. So they released a new iPhone on an OS that's really, really old. Carrier is usable. 256 gigabytes. Totally. And let's see what else they got in these settings. So power off instead of shut down. Does activate the menu. Restore. So that's reset. And they really need to get someone to proofread all these and copy them against Apple's. I could do such a good job at this, honestly. Like, I see all these little things. The amount of storage space with iCloud. Really, guys? You couldn't just have wrote iCloud storage or something? Oh my gosh. So this is battery usage in the iCloud statistics? What? They did do a lot of effort, but not well enough. Like, why did they rename things? There's no reason to do that. Face ID. iPhone unlock in the iTunes App Store. Okay, I definitely trust that. They're going to upload your face data to their network right away. All right, so this is the Face ID setup menu. I'm going to go ahead and see if it works. 20%, 40%, 50%, 80, 100. Nice. And I'm going to set up iPhone unlock. Look at these buttons. Why are they squished? They look like they've been skewed in Photoshop or something. Why? Why not just copy the original button? This is so weird. The weirdest clone of iOS I've ever seen. There's so many weird inconsistencies. So once again, I'm going to look at it. That's actually so much faster than the iPhone XS Max one. So, okay, there it is. Okay, not bad at all. That might even be faster than Apple's, but let's see if I can spoof it. All right, so with the image of me, let's go ahead and, oh, it works. Let's see if I can use an image of any random person. I'm not even trying here, but here's this one. Let's see if old Connor can unlock mine. Oh, the lock icon is pulsing, so I'm guessing that means that's a no. It does somewhat work, so it does add a little bit of extra security to your phone, despite the fact that it is so clearly fake. And the notification center has the different wallpaper as well, so it's all over the place. Let's see if you can actually swipe between apps just like this. Nope. So it does not let you swipe between apps. It's like my favorite thing about the iPhone X, how easy it is to do that. Why couldn't they have copied that? Let's see what the watch is. Oh, wow. They actually copied the Apple Watch app. So, wow, I'm a little surprised. They went above and beyond here. Cool. Weird glitches. Going back to the home screen. And yeah, it would have been nice to see an iOS 12 version of this. But this is pretty cool for iOS 10. It works way better than the XS Max version. So I'm going to go ahead and get some benchmarks going, see what we got. Oh man, so I just opened up Geekbench and I saw that it is running the same processor, MT6580. So it's not going to be any different from the XS Max or any other clone that I've tested recently. They all use the same processor. I don't know why. Like, processors always go down in price. You guys should be able to upgrade by now for the price. I mean, you can get an equivalent Android phone with much better internal specs for roughly the same amount of money, under $200 even. So anyways, no benchmarks. Let's go ahead and test out that camera, which does look extremely tiny. If you look up close here, there's a lot of border. All right, so the rains have started. Great to see you back again, Autumn. Leaves are falling. Although it might be very hard to tell what these are. These, in fact, happen to be leaves. Very hard to tell with this grainy-ass camera. And in case you needed to see the front camera, here it is. Absolute garbage as well. I do appreciate the fact that it does have a take picture while recording button. The other clones didn't. And it does have a reverse camera mode in the video settings. All others, you had to do it in photo and then go to video. Very strange. All right, so no difference in the camera either. Let's open this thing up, see if the internals are structured any differently. Okay, anyways, I should be able to just bend the metal a little and get a fingernail underneath the back glass. Something a original one definitely shouldn't be able to do. Easy as pie. So I'm in, and it literally took like seconds. So this is real glass. I'm not heating it. There's a very good chance that it will crack on me. We're hoping it doesn't. Now, this is built to the specifications of the original one from the leaked specs. So this theoretically should be swappable with the real deal once it launches. Actually very tidy inside. So a very decent sized battery, got a speaker, the camera lens, it's all plastic. Actual 4 LED flash with seemingly 2 different colors right here. I highly doubt those on the left activate. They look like they are fakes, but very good looking fake, I guess you could say. There usually is a micro SIM support beneath this plastic, but I'm not going to go that deep. But it looks pretty cool for the interior, I guess. Okay, this is really funny. So I just opened up the camera app. This guy left a picture for me from when he was packaging this phone. That doesn't happen to you with an original Apple box. Okay, but cool. There it is, guys. So that is the clone of the upcoming iPhone 6.1 inch, whatever it may be called. Final prediction, iPhone XR, or if not, iPhone 9. So just a closing statement. Not the greatest clone. It's running an older version of iOS cloned software. It is pretty responsive, more so than the XS Max, but still, I would wait for a newer version to come out with updated graphics and hopefully an iOS 12 cloned UI. But we'll see. Keep an eye out for it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.